All right. What's happening, food fanatics? Chicago 81 here, and we are rolling out to the Windy City for a culinary clash of the titans that is absolutely off the hook. We're talking about a heavyweight championship fight, a real battle for the ages between two of Chicago's most legendary handheld masterpieces. In one corner, you've got the homegrown hero, the saucy, sloppy, sensational Italian beef. And in the other corner, the international superstar, the spinning sensation, the glorious Gyro. This ain't just about lunch, my friends. This is about legacy, tradition, and a whole lot of flavor. Get ready to buckle up because we're taking a deep dive into what makes these two sandwiches tick. We're gonna break down the history, the ingredients, and that special kind of magic that turns a simple meal into a full-blown, out-of-bounds experience. From the slow-roasted, thinly sliced beef swimming in its own righteous juices to that perfectly seasoned meat spinning on the vertical spit, we're leaving no stone unturned. We're exploring every juicy detail, every spicy kick, and every creamy sauce. This is more than just a comparison, it's a celebration of Chicago's incredible food scene. We're on a mission to understand the soul of these sandwiches. Is it the savory, soaked to perfection Italian beef that captures the heart of Chi-Town? Or is it the fresh, zesty, and unforgettable gyro that reigns supreme? By the end of this, you'll be ready to book a flight straight to O'Hare. So grab a napkin. Trust me, you're gonna need it because we're about to get down and dirty in the ultimate Chicago food battle. Let's ride.
First up, let's talk about a sandwich that is pure, unadulterated Chicago. I'm talking about the Italian beef. This ain't just some roast beef sandwich your grandma makes. No way, Jose. This is a masterpiece born out of necessity and perfected with passion right here in the city's stockyards. The story goes that Italian immigrants in the early 20th century needed a way to make their precious meat stretch further for big family gatherings and weddings. So what did they do? They slow roasted a tough cut of beef in a broth loaded with garlic and Italian spices until it was fall-apart tender, then sliced it paper thin to feed the whole crew. That, my friends, is some righteous culinary ingenuity. Now let's get into the anatomy of this beast. It all starts with the beef, top round usually, seasoned with a secret blend of herbs and spices that every joint guards like Fort Knox. We're talking oregano, basil, and a whole lot of garlic love. It's roasted for hours, bathing in its own juices, creating this flavor-packed liquid gold they call au jus, or gravy. Slicing it super thin is key. That's how it soaks up all that goodness and gets that melt-in-your-mouth texture. This process isn't a suggestion, it's a commandment of flavor. You can't rush perfection, and this sandwich is a testament to that beautiful, slow-cooked truth. That the meat is only half the story. You gotta have the right vessel to carry this payload of flavor, and that means a sturdy, crusty Italian-style roll, usually from Turano or Gonella. A soft, wimpy bun would just disintegrate into a hot mess. This bread has gotta have backbone, a real chewy texture that can stand up to what's coming next. And what's coming next is the dunk. That's right, the whole sandwich takes a swim in that glorious beefy broth. This is where you make a choice that defines you as a Chicagoan: dry, wet, or dipped. Dry gets a little splash, wet gets a ladleful, but dipped is the whole shebang, a full baptism in the holy water of beef juice. That's how the pros do it. And we can't forget the supporting cast that takes this sandwich to another dimension. I'm talking about the toppings. You want it sweet or hot? Sweet gets you a pile of sweet bell peppers that have been sautéed until they're soft and caramelized, adding a mellow vegetal contrast to the rich beef. But if you walk on the wild side like me, you go hot. That means a generous helping of spicy giardiniera, a pickled medley of peppers, carrots, celery, and cauliflower, all swimming in oil. That stuff packs a punch, a crunchy, vinegary, spicy kick that cuts through the richness and lights your taste buds on fire in the best way possible. Putting it all together is an art form. The thinly sliced beef is piled high onto that hearty roll, then you add your peppers, sweet or hot. Then comes the moment of truth, the dunk. Watching that sandwich get submerged is a thing of beauty. It emerges, glistening and heavy with flavor, a glorious, sloppy mess that requires a specific stance to eat. The Italian stance. You lean over the counter, elbows out, to make sure none of that righteous gravy ends up on your shirt. It's more than a sandwich, it's an interactive eating experience. This isn't just food, it's a piece of Chicago's soul. Every bite tells a story of immigration, of community, of making something incredible out of humble beginnings. It's the kind of sandwich that blue-collar workers have been fueling up on for generations. It's messy, it's bold, and it's unapologetically delicious. The Italian beef doesn't try to be fancy, it's just real, honest-to-goodness flavor that has stood the test of time. It's a true Chicago original, and it's a monster of a meal that you will never ever forget. When you hold an Italian beef, you're holding a piece of history. It's a culinary icon that has inspired fierce loyalty and endless debates over who makes the best one in the city. From Al's number 1, to Portillo's, to Mr. Beef, each spot has its own little twist, its own die-hard fans. But the core remains the same: killer beef, killer bread, and a whole lot of attitude. This sandwich isn't just beloved in Chicago, it's Chicago. It's hearty, it's complex, and it's got a flavor profile that's totally off the chain. Alright, now let's spin the globe and land in the Mediterranean because we're talking about the gyro. If the Italian beef is a homegrown heavyweight, the gyro is the international champion with a flavor profile that's a straight-up knockout. The name gyro comes from the Greek word for turn or circle, and that's exactly what this is all about. Meat roasting and turning on a vertical spit, a cone of seasoned goodness that is a sight to behold. This method of cooking is pure genius, letting the meat baste itself as it cooks, with the outer layers getting crispy and caramelized, while the inside stays unbelievably juicy and tender. The heart and soul of a killer gyro is that cone of meat. Traditionally, it was lamb or a mix of beef and lamb, but you'll see chicken and pork versions too. The meat is ground and pressed together with a dynamite blend of spices. We're talking garlic, onion, oregano, rosemary, and thyme. This isn't just a sprinkle, it's a full-on flavor infusion. As the spit turns, the chef shaves off long thin ribbons of that perfectly cooked meat right onto your sandwich. Watching a master at work with that long knife is like watching an artist create a sculpture. It's culinary theater, and the star of the show is that spinning tower of power. Now, you can't just throw that dynamite meat on any old thing. The foundation of a proper gyro is a warm, fluffy, slightly chewy pita bread. This ain't your crispy cracker-like pita. This is the real deal, soft and pliable, the perfect pillow to cradle all that amazing filling. They usually warm it up on the griddle, maybe with a little oil, so it's soft and steamy. It's the ultimate edible envelope, ready to be stuffed with a payload of flavor that's about to transport you straight to a seaside taverna in Greece. The pita is the unsung hero, providing the perfect texture and a subtle, wheaty flavor that lets the other ingredients shine. Let's talk about the crew that joins the meat in this pita party. You've got your fresh veggies, which are totally key. We're talking crisp slices of red onion for a little pungent bite, and juicy ripe tomato slices that add a burst of freshness and acidity. This isn't a complex salad. It's simple, classic, and effective. The coolness and crunch of the vegetables are the perfect counterbalance to the rich, savory meat. It's a texture and temperature game that the gyro plays perfectly, creating a balanced bite every single time. It's a fresh-tasting contrast that keeps you coming back for more. But the real game changer, the ingredient that ties it all together and sends this sandwich into the stratosphere, is the tzatziki sauce. Oh man, this stuff is money. It's a creamy, dreamy sauce made from strained yogurt, grated cucumber, garlic, a little bit of lemon juice or vinegar, and some fresh dill or mint. It's cool, it's tangy, it's garlicky, and it's the absolute perfect partner for that seasoned meat. A generous drizzle, or let's be real, a massive glob of tzatziki is non-negotiable. It elevates the entire experience, cutting through the richness and adding a layer of creamy, herbaceous coolness that is just out of bounds. And for the grand finale, some places will throw a few crispy golden French fries right inside the sandwich. Yeah, you heard me. Carbs on carbs, baby. It's a move that adds another layer of texture. A little salty, crispy potato action right in the mix. It might sound crazy, but trust me, it's a righteous move that takes the whole thing to another level of satisfaction. It makes the gyro a full-on, self-contained meal you can hold in one hand. It's a flavor bomb that's got savory, fresh, creamy, and salty all hitting you at once. The gyro is a testament to the beauty of Mediterranean cuisine. It's about fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and a cooking method that's been perfected over generations. While it has its roots in Greece, Chicago has adopted it as one of its own, with gyro joints slinging these masterpieces on what seems like every corner. It's a go-to for a quick, delicious, and satisfying meal that never disappoints. It's got a lighter, fresher vibe than the Italian beef, but it's no less of a flavor powerhouse. The gyro is a certified card-carrying member of the Flavor Town Hall of Fame. Woo! What a ride through the streets of Chicago! We've dived headfirst into the saucy, savory world of the Italian beef, and we've spun around with the fresh, zesty flavors of the mighty Gyro. Two sandwiches, two totally different stories, but both are absolute legends in this city. The Italian beef is a homegrown hero, a sloppy, spicy, soulful creation steeped in Chicago history. The Gyro is an international superstar, a perfect package of savory meat, fresh veggies, and that killer tzatziki sauce. Trying to pick a winner between these two is like trying to pick your favorite guitar solo. It's impossible. They're both rock stars. So, the big question is, where do you stand in this epic food fight? Are you Team Beef, all about that dipped, spicy giardiniera life? Or are you Team Gyro, loyal to the spinning spit and the cool, creamy tzatziki? This is where you come in, my food-loving friends. I want you to light up that comment section below. Let me know which sandwich reigns supreme in your book. Tell me your favorite spot in Chicago to grab one, and tell me how you order it. Hot or sweet, fries inside or out. Let's get a real debate going. But here's my final piece of advice, my ultimate pro tip. Don't just take my word for it. The only way to truly settle this debate for yourself is to get out there and try them both. Find a classic beef joint, get the full dipped experience, and don't forget the Italian stance. Then, hit up a Greek spot and get a gyro loaded with all the fixings. That's the only way to crown your own personal champion. This has been Chicago 81, coming at you from the heart of Flavor Town. Until next time, keep it real and keep it delicious. Peace out.